as well as many others. So, very strengthening these practices. And then generally you all know the Buddha gave many different levels and categories of the teachings. Those teachings are known as the Sutra teachings and as well as the Tantra teachings. And the Sutra teaching and Tantra teaching, those are the kind of simple way to understanding or to make divisions. And then this time we focus a little more on Tantra teaching or Tantra teachings. And the Tantra teaching has many different, again, categories according to the readiness of the individualists or many practitioners. Those are known as outer Tantra, inner Tantras, and so forth. And this is, again, we generally more focusing on the inner Tantras. And the inner Tantra, again, this is practice can be summarized. Whole entire practice of the Tantra teaching can summarize into two categories. And those are known as two-stage practices. Two-stage practices, two-stage practices. And those are known as then the visualization of the creation stage practices, as well as then practices of the dissolving and the completion stage practices. Those are the two categories. When you put Tantra teaching into practices, and that's what we should really follow that. And this time we are going to focus a little more about the creation stage of the visualization aspect of practices. And this visualization part of practices then need many different kind of preparations. And we like to make more kind of like more elaborated according to lineage instructions. Lineage instruction is very, very important because the Tantra teaching generally is very vast and deep teachings. Deep teachings, in order to really bring forth the essence and meaning of the Tantra teaching or Tantra practices, we must have the lineage teachings. And those are known as then the practices such as sadhanas. Sadhanas is so important because otherwise Tantra is so deep as ocean or as vast as a sky. Sky, there's so many different meanings. And those, I think, many times we started last few years. Years ago, there's 6 lineages and 4 systems. Those are Tantra kind of codes. In a way, those are secret codes. C-O-D-E, I believe. The codes. Codes are important to reveal each of those meanings. If we don't have the right code, we can be misunderstanding of the meaning of entire Tantra teachings. So therefore, this sadhana is important. Sadhana is, in a way, release the codes. Codes release it is ready to practices. Practice, ready to apply that. Apply that. So therefore, sadhanas is important. For that reason, the great master Guru Padma Samye said in his teachings, one of the teachings said, Tantra is related with the sadhanas. Sadhana is related with the ritual ceremonies or rituals. Ritual is related with lineage. And the lineage is related with the pith instructions of the teachers. That is how all connected. Without using the right instruction, the lineage, then it won't bring the essence meaning and essence power of the teaching. Also is also known as then we are in a way trespassing. Trespassing something that is so special, so sacred, so many great practitioners and so many Dakas and Dakinis and the Buddhas and the Dharmapalas. Therefore, always in the teaching said we should honor the lineage. We should honor the instructions. And then if we honor that, we are in the right line in the lineage blessings. Blessings of the wisdom and compassion. Then entered easily to the mind streams of the individual if we follow the lineage. Then when you follow the lineage, it also means then we have the joy, appreciation, respect. as respect, and those all then combined, known as what? Known as devotions. Devotion, all that is important, because then really absorbing that teaching so beautifully and so special. And without that, then in a way we're trying to use something that we don't have the right instruction and the right knowledge and the right kind of ways to means to enter, and then is also known as a kind of like breaking the systems or breaking the samayas, and which is not good for the practitioners, because we like to really practice. Practice means we like to reveal our goodness of the nature. The purpose of the practice is revealing the goodness of one's own nature of the mind, one's own self, and then inspire others with that goodness. That is what really the practice means. And the goodness is then known as in the Buddha's teaching, as you all know, the Buddha nature. Buddha nature that we like to reveal. We all inherit this such wonderful goodness natures. But this goodness nature is covered up with many habit patterns, layers of layers. Those habit patterns we carried in the past times, maybe many lives before. And this time also, additionally, we added so many different habit patterns since we've grown up until now. There's so many kind of dogmas, habit patterns, and so many kind of extra luggages, extra packages that we added up one after another, that which is making ourselves heavy and burdened and driving down to that our goodness nature, and then almost kind of disappeared. It must kind of hidden in the midst of all that. And for that reason, then the practice is we're coming back to our center, our own nature status, and bring that goodness and make ourselves happy and joy, one of the beautiful beings on this earth, and then stay with that beauties and leave this world with that beauty. And that is the meaning of life, I think. That is the simple purpose of this our life. Make happy ourselves, make happy others, and stay with happy, and leave this with happy, and leave the legacy of the happiness and goodness to the others, so they can be inspired, continue that happy, as the chain reaction, as the ripples of the goodness continue carried. That's what all those great masters did, the Buddha did, and all those 6 ornaments of the great master of the India did, and as well as 25 disciples of Padma Samye as we did in 8 centuries. The 8 centuries, still the ripple is continuing those great effect of goodness. And such as all those what we call the great masters, great teachers, they practice the goodness of love, joy, peace, happiness, reveal that goodness and share that and continue that light left still is as like radiating as like what we call like northern light, continually echoing that. And that is what we should, and that is our goal. In order to do this, then this ritual ceremony is very important. We are truly entering in the lineage. Not just theoretically kind of like watching, that we are not watchdogs, but we are actually engaging courageously, joyfully, and happily we enter in the lineage. And that is what is all about the ritual ceremony. So therefore, this ritual is again important. And when we're speaking about the ritual now that is our kind of the main topic. And there is 2 or 3 ways to understand of this ritual. And again, ritual is related with the among the 2 principles is related with the visualization aspect of the practice, or the creation stage aspect of the practice of the Vajrayana with the sadhanas. Sadhanas are the manual instruction how we should make the practices. That again, practice then more kind of elaborate way to understanding. I think basically you all know what means practices. Practice means we are practicing bring the full realization of the 3 Vajras. 3 Vajra, Vajra body, Vajra speech, and Vajra mind. or sometimes also known as the poor mothers. Poor mothers. The entire phenomena existing of all these appearance, the mass, M-A maybe, M-A-S-S, mass, all existing mass phenomena appearing is known as the mother of the divine bodies. It's all, everything, not just selected object, but entire cosmos existing, or beyond the cosmos, anything is existing, mass. Those are known as the divine mother of the body of the Buddhas. And all the sound systems existing, entire universe, including our sound systems, is a divine mother, Dharma mother of the Buddha speech. So this is mother of the speech. And then entirely existing of divine space, so entire space, including our own mind. Mind is the mother of the divine mind, or the Buddha mind, Samayas. This is three mothers. Then fourth mother is known as entirely everything. Looks like they are body, speech, mind. It looks like separated entities. But in the reality level, everything is equal. Everything is united. There's nothing is really out of the naturals. Naturals all are within the one single state of the equanimity, union state of the mothers. So this is called union mothers of the great inseparable state. This is the four mother that we are going to explore by the ritual practices. Ritual practice will help to igniting that qualities, that realization. For that reason, Guru Padma Samye said, also one of his teachings, he said, when you do the ritual ceremony, it brings the splendor of the blessings and the quality of the mind. It brings splendor, right? Splendor. It brings the glory. It brings the glory and the power. It shines out. It will bring that qualities. So therefore, ritual is ceremony is very important. And then again,